It was a Tuesday afternoon, grey and hinting at rain, when Alex first saw him. Alex, a quiet young man with a love for old books and long walks, was heading home from the university library, his mind lost in the intricacies of a Victorian novel. He cut through the less traveled path behind the old industrial park, a shortcut he'd learned from a grizzled local. That's when he spotted the huddle of matted fur beneath a drooping willow. It wasn't moving. Alex approached cautiously, his heart sinking with each step. It was a dog, a medium-sized mix of what looked like 1,000 different breeds, lying utterly still. Its ribs were stark beneath its patchy, dirt-caked fur, and its breathing was shallow, ragged. One eye was crusted shut, the other weakly flickered as Alex knelt. "Hey there, buddy," Alex whispered, his voice soft. He gently extended a hand, letting the dog sniff him before slowly, tenderly, stroking its head. The dog didn't flinch, didn't move, just shivered. It was clearly starving, dehydrated, and suffering from an unknown ailment. Leaving it was not an option. Carefully, Alex scooped up the surprisingly light bundle of bones and fur. The dog let out a small whimper, then nestled its head against Alex's chest, its body trembling. Alex walked the rest of the way home, a new, urgent purpose in his stride. His small apartment, usually a haven of quiet solitude, was about to become an infirmary. He laid the dog on an old towel in the bathtub, the only place he felt he could properly clean it. First, water. He offered a shallow dish, and the dog lapped weakly, then eagerly, until it seemed too exhausted to continue. Next, he carefully, gently, began to clean the matted fur, removing burrs and debris. He could feel every sharp edge of bone beneath his fingers. A quick call to the local vet confirmed they could see him first thing in the morning, but for now, it was soft food and warmth. The next few days were a blur of worried trips to the vet, spoonfuls of special nutrient-rich food every few hours, and constant, gentle reassurance. The vet diagnosed severe malnutrition, dehydration, and a nasty respiratory infection. "He's lucky you found him, son," the vet had said, looking at Alex with a hint of admiration. "Another day, maybe less." Slowly, painstakingly, the dog began its journey back to health. There were bad days when he refused to eat, and good days when his tail gave the barest, weakest thump against the floor. Alex slept on the couch, always within earshot, often waking to check on him. He started calling him Scout, a placeholder name, but it stuck, named for the way the dog would eventually, tentatively, begin to explore his apartment. As the weeks turned into a month, Scout transformed. His fur grew back thick and soft, a handsome mix of browns and grays. His eyes, once dull and pained, now sparkled with life and intelligence. He gained weight, his ribs no longer prominent, replaced by a sturdy, athletic build. The cough vanished, replaced by a joyful bark that would greet Alex at the door. But it wasn't just physical healing. A deep, unbreakable bond had formed between them. Scout became Alex's shadow, following him from room to room, resting his head on Alex's lap while he read, and nudging his hand for affection. Their evening walks were no longer just a chore for Alex, they were an adventure for Scout, who would bound through the park, head high, then return to Alex's side, never straying too far. One crisp autumn morning, Alex watched Scout chase a squirrel, his body fluid and strong, a picture of pure canine joy. He knelt down, and Scout, abandoning the chase, bounded back to him, wagging his tail so hard his whole body wiggled. He licked Alex's face, a warm, wet sign of complete devotion. Alex hugged him tight, burying his face in Scout's soft fur. He hadn't just saved a dog, he had found a best friend, a loyal companion who filled the quiet corners of his life with unconditional love and boundless energy. His once solitary apartment was now a home, complete with the happy thud of a tail and the soft snores of his best friend sleeping soundly at the foot of his bed.